Welcome to the class Clinical Research. So myself Shamina, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Ratanavel Subramaniam College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, India. So this class is going to be the introductory class of clinical research. Children, looking at this slide, you can see a scientist working on the laboratory. So the slide something says it's about a clinical research work. So before getting into the word clinical research, let us note down the word called research. So we can just split the word as re and search. So it does mean that finding again and again, that is you are searching again and again a novel molecule in order to find a better drug or a molecule. So thereby, clinical research is the term that refers to the entire bibliography of a drug or a device or a biological molecule. In fact, you can say any test article from its inception in the lab to its introduction to the consumer market and beyond. Once the promising molecule is identified in the lab, yes, of course, it is now subjected to preclinical studies or animal studies where different aspects of test are being done in order to check its safety, toxicity, etc. So now coming to what is clinical research. So when we define clinical research, it is nothing but a branch of healthcare science that determines the safety and also the effectiveness, how a drug can react within our body. So when we find it, it may be used for medications, for making the devices and also making medical diagnostic products. And also it can be used for n number of treatments for the human beings. So it can also be used for prevention, treatment, diagnosis, or for relieving the symptoms of any diseases. What is clinical research includes? It mainly includes the medical and behavioral research, which involves the voluntary participants. When I say voluntary participants, they are the persons who themselves come forward agreeing to undergo the clinical research. And the clinical research investigations are carefully developed and conducted with proper clinical outcomes that are being recorded. And we know that clinical research helps us to identify better ways to prevent, diagnose, treat, and to understand the human disease. So the clinical trials that have been performed mainly help us to find new treatments and to manage clinically in a good way. And we all know that a strict scientific guidelines are being followed with the ethical principles to protect the participants. And we know research is a systematic investigation to establish the fact. Friends, treatment is the care provided to improve a situation. Now let's have a short recap of the history of clinical trial. Friends, can you identify the person in the picture? Yes, he is the scientist James Lind. Perhaps the first ever clinical trial was demonstrated by him in the year 1753 that citrus fruits cured scurvy. He compared the effects of various different acidic substances ranging from vinegar to cider on a group of sailors, and he found that the group was given with oranges and lemon had largely recovered from scurvy after 6 days of treatment, and this was the first clinical trial demonstrated by him. Now let's go in detail about clinical trial. What is a clinical trial? It is a research study that test how well an intervention works in a group of people. And the clinical tests are being done to find newer methods of screening, prevention, diagnosis, and therapy. It is being conducted in phases, following the tests that are being done in the laboratories and following the animal studies. And we should know the most promising treatments are moved into the clinical trials. Sometimes a clinical trial is also called as a clinical study. During a trial, we should know that additional information are being learned by a researcher about an intervention, its risk, its effectiveness, and the efficacy. So trials, we should know that it can only be conducted if there is an uncertainty about the outcome, and trials cannot be conducted if the outcome is already known for a previous study. Before initiating the clinical trial testing in humans, it is very important that the researcher must conduct extensive preclinical or laboratory research. And we should know the research involves years of experiments in animals and human cells. If the stage of testing is successful, then the sponsor gives the data to the FDA, requesting the approval to test the same in the humans. And this is termed as investigational new drug application, termed as IND. If the FDA approves the test in human beings, then the research process is formally written and it will be approved with the protocol. What is a protocol? A protocol is a study plan on which the clinical trials are based. Any protocol should be carefully designed in order to protect the health of the participants. The protocol describes about what type of people can participate in the clinical trial. It also gives the detailed schedule of the tests that are being done, the procedures that are being followed, the medications, the dosages they fix, and also the duration or the length of the study. And we should know the principal investigator is mainly responsible for assuring that the protocol is strictly followed for each and every participant. Clinical research is often conducted at academic medical centers and affiliated research study sites. These centers and sites provide the prestige of an academic institution as well as access to larger metropolitan areas, providing a larger pool of medical participants. The academic medical centers often they have their internal institutional review boards that oversee the ethical conduct of medical research. The key elements of a clinical study includes these four important criteria. They are the study design, the objectives, procedures, and schedule of the procedures. So the study design is very important whenever the project is designed on what we are going to work with. So the design of the project is very important, which fixes an idea what the goal of that particular clinical study is going to be with. And next comes the objectives. The objectives should be very clear in attaining the goal of the clinical research project. And there should be a clear-cut procedure. The protocols that we use for the experimental models, each and everything, even the amount of dosage, the animal that we select, whatever it is, it should have a very good procedures in order to undergo the experimental part. And very important thing is the time limit. Yeah, the schedule is very important. So we have to plan the project if it is for a 3 year or a 4 years protocol period. So the first phase should be designed in a few days, few years. Next, the second phase, third phase, and the fourth phase. So the schedule plays a vital role in bringing the clinical study to an overall conclusion. So these four key elements play a role in the clinical study protocol. Usually, the clinical research ecosystem involves a complex network of sites, pharmaceutical companies, and the academic research institution. This has led to a growing field of technology that is used for managing the data and operational factors of clinical research. And hence why the clinical research management is often aided by e-clinical systems to help to automate the management and conducting of clinical trials. Clinical trials in the nutshell. So once the protocol is being approved, the approved protocol will lead to the selection of the investigator. Once the principal investigator is being selected, the principal investigator becomes the sole person responsible for the entire clinical trials to happen. Once the selection is over, the investigator starts with the approval process. And when the approval process begins, the patient requirement and participation will become a major criteria. They start to select the patients and they start to do their clinical trials. And further, the data will be entered and they will be reviewed. The data that has been reviewed will undergo the statistical analysis and thereby it will be presented and published as a report. And finally, the data that has been filed will be registered, which will be obtained for the company or the results to be monitored with the research field. So usually the strength of a clinical research can be summarized as the usefulness and validity of the presented clinical research findings. It is the evaluation of appropriateness of the study design for a defined research question, a careful assessment of the key methodological features will justify the outcomes of our clinical research results. So the clinical trials within this nutshell will lead to a successful protocol and research design. Why is research important? Research is important because the clinical trial test shows new approaches and interventions that work in people. And these clinical trials approaches can be medical, behavioral, or management. And each study answers specific scientific questions. And each clinical study helps the scientist to prevent, screen, and to diagnose, manage, and treat a diseased people who take part in the clinical trials, which might contribute for developing the knowledge of the disease progressiveness. What is the clinical research process? The clinical research process includes preclinical testing, investigational new drug application, different phases like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. Phase 1 is assess safety, phase 2 is the test for effectiveness, phase 3 is large scale testing, and it further leads to licensing, the approval to use and getting an approval so that it is available for the prescription. And further, the drug may go for post-marketing studies which become long-term effective drug and usage for the public. Usually, the clinical trials involves new drugs that are commonly classified into these four different clinical phases. Each phase of a drug approval process is treated as a separate clinical trial. The drug development process will normally proceed through all these four phases over many years. If the drug successfully passes all the three phases like phase 1, 2 and 3, it is usually been approved by National Regulatory Authority for the use in the general population. And finally, phase 4 is the post-approval study. Usually friends, in phase 1, the research may include 20 to 100 healthy volunteers or individuals with a disease condition. This study typically lasts for several months and its purpose is mainly for safety and dosage. Phase 2 includes a large number of individual participants which might range from 100 to 300, and the phase 3 includes approximately 1000 to 3000 participants to collect more data about the drug and to know 70% of the drug advances to the next phase. And before the pharmaceutical companies start their clinical trials on a drug, they conduct many clinical experiments on the animals. They conduct extensive preclinical studies. What is preclinical testing? Preclinical testing is required before testing the drug to the humans. The preclinical testing is done which is mainly in animals like guinea pigs, like albino rats, etc. And many of the clinical studies, they use a review committee to determine if the use of the animals is warranted or not. So the review committee also checks the important things like to check whether the research can be improved by reducing or by replacing the animals. And friends, try to know this, the laboratory and the animal studies are being conducted mainly to find out if there is a potential between a drug, vaccine or other product, and to explore the general safety concern if a vaccine is about to be in the market, and the other strategy that has a potential if it is prepared for the human testing. And the preclinical testing takes approximately 3 to 4 years for the complete approval. What are some of the possible risks that are associated with taking part in a clinical trial? We might think that clinical trial is very important for a research purpose, but still there are some side effects when we are performing the clinical trial. That is, when new vaccines, microbicides, and other strategies under study are not always better than the standard care to which they are being compared with. And one more thing, new treatments may have unexpected side effects, or the persons who undergo the clinical trial may face a lot of risk that will become more worse for them, which might result than from the standard care. The health insurance and the managed care providers may or sometimes they may not cover all the participants' care costs in a study. And participants may be required to make more and more visits to the doctor than they would if they are not in the clinical trial. And these risk factors we have to take while performing the clinical trial, and sometimes it might be a risk
the risk factor may also become a side effects.
The picture clearly depicts the preclinical testing of an animal in the laboratory. We all know the current global research is going on for the current novel coronavirus disease, COVID 2019, the pandemic that led us to the substantial changes in the health risk, which led to the access to the healthcare and daily interactions. So, as a biochemist, to say more about the clinical biochemist and their role in clinical research are more responsible for testing the patient samples and interpreting the results for the medical staff. Say they work as a part of the hospital medical team that is responsible for investigating and diagnosing the patient illness. So that is why the role of clinical research worldwide is more increasing and it has a huge importance in the medical field. So with this, we come up to the end of the video. Thank you all